Hey, it's Kurt at the Top Corner Hockey Studios, Top Corner Hockey on Facebook, Top Corner Kurt on Instagram. Thanks for watching. There have been 54 team names used in the 99-year history of the NHL. 26 of them have been tossed into the scrap heap. This is a series on defunct NHL teams on Top Corner Hockey. I'm examining every single one of those 26 defunct teams. Today, we look at the Hamilton Tigers. Hamilton first tried to acquire an NHL franchise right after the Montreal Wanderers arena burned down in January of 1918, just 4 games into the Wanderers' NHL season. However, the Wanderers owner chose to fold the club rather than move it to Hamilton. Ouch! In 1919, the Abso Pure Ice Company bought the Quebec Bulldogs for $5,000 and moved the team to Hamilton, where a newly constructed rink was waiting for them. Coming to Hamilton from Quebec was scoring star Joe Malone. He potted 28 goals in his first season with the Hamilton Tigers. Even with Malone, Hamilton, though, finished in last place. Their first 4 years in the NHL were not good in Hamilton. 4 last place finishes finally turned around. In the 1924-25 season, the Tigers had managed to convince amateur stars Red and Shorty Green to turn pro and play for Hamilton. Along with MVP Billy Birch, Hamilton had a trio of goal scorers, and the Tigers went from 0 to hero in 1 season. However, there was a glitch. On March 9, 1925, 10 Hamilton Tigers told ownership they would not play in the playoffs unless each player was given an additional $200. The Tigers had legitimate reasons for wanting more money. The league had just expanded from 4 to 6 teams. The regular season had increased from 24 to 30 games, plus the playoffs had grown from 1 round to 2. The other 5 clubs had provided increased salaries, or at least a generous Christmas bonus, but Hamilton ownership refused to do both, and now refused to play their players just days before the first place Tigers competed for the Stanley Cup. NHL President Frank Calder suspended the 10 Hamilton players behind this. Calder also fined each of them $200. With no players, Hamilton was suspended from the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the Montreal Canadiens were awarded the Stanley Cup. On April 17, 1925, a couple of New York's wealthiest men, Big Billy Dwyer and Tommy Gorman, bought the Hamilton Tigers for $75 grand and moved the team to the enormous 18,000-seat Madison Square Garden and became the New York Americans. As far back as the 1980s, Hamilton hockey fans have been dying for an NHL franchise. They've come close on a few occasions, but have never got it. A lot of people seem to forget the Hamilton Tigers did operate in the NHL from 1920 to 1925 and had perhaps one of the most unfortunate exits from the NHL out of all teams that have been defunct throughout NHL history. It's really unfortunate that $200 came between Hamilton and likely a Stanley Cup. And of course, that Stanley Cup had to go to Montreal. It was the easiest of their 24 over the years. What do you think about Hamilton? Do you think they deserve an NHL franchise? Please continue to like and subscribe. I'm Kurt. This is Top Corner Hockey. Thanks for watching. See you next time.